working together and listening to one another, but above all to the Holy Spirit. To deepen these essentials, characteristics of the Church, this synod is unlike any previous one. It starts and involves all the faithful and belonging churches across the world, promising to listen to all, especially to lay people.
Through communion, participation and mission. Synod for us all year, we have made meaning. Coming together in the name of ST.JOSEPH'S Nursing Institution, here we are one family. Let today's celebrations bring us unity in diversity. Let us come in unity to build a better community.
Department of Psychiatric Nursing to kindly escort His Excellency Most Reverend Dr. K. A. William to the dais. Episcopal Vicar for Health and Education, Diocese of Mysore, I request Mrs. Jishi Vijay Kumar, flying above the clouds. Problems are common, but attitude makes the difference. Such a wonderful personality is with us. It's my greatest pleasure to call upon Reverend Father Manuel de Sousa, Director, St. Joseph Group of Nursing Institution, to deliver the welcome speech.
ಗೌರವಪೂರ್ಣ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ നമസ്കാരം. Good morning to all. The respected dignitaries on the dais, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, all invited guests, dear parents, the faculty members and my dear students. Once again, a very good morning to you all. It gives an immense pleasure to welcome you all gathered here on the lamp lighting and oath-taking ceremony of first year BSc and GNM students and the convocation of 6th and 7th batch of BSc Nursing and first batch of GNM students of this prestigious St. Joseph's Nursing Institutions for the year 2021-2022. Very soon you will witness our first year 75 young and bright students holding the lighted candles to make their oath for the service of the sick and the needy, and 30 students being conferred graduates. In the days of Florence Nightingale, the flame of candle was used to light our way as she dedicated her life to care the sick and the injured. The bright flame today has come to symbolize knowledge, enlightenment, experience and hope. This lighting of the lamp is not only lighting a flame here. Today we are very happy to have His Excellency Most Reverend Dr. K. William, the Bishop of Mysore Diocese and the Chairman of St. Joseph's Nursing Institutions, as the President of this function. Dear Lordship, we are blessed to have you amidst us. You are our mentor, guide and source of inspiration. His Lordship is a great educationist. He is the honored education institutions in Karnataka under the Commission. Dear Bishop has a great concern towards the growth of our St. Joseph's Nursing Institutions. We are very hopeful that under your able leadership, this institution will flourish and become a landmark in the field of nursing education. On behalf of all gathered here, I extend a warm welcome to you, dear Lordship. He is a kind and motivator. He is an able administrator, especially in the field of education, always ready to help us along with his valuable suggestions. George Anantalam, a Catholic priest belonging to the Convocation. Father is a social worker based in Bangalore, involved with various social programs on the rehabilitation model for leprosy. Father George has received various awards for his work covering Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and various other countries like Nepal, China, US, Sri Lanka, and Philippines, including the Social Work Award from the Government of India received from our former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Father George is known for his vast knowledge, dedicated service, simplicity, spirituality, and gentleness. I am sure that he is going to inspire our students and all gathered here with his vast experience in the caring of poor and the sick. We are privileged to have such an inspiring personality amidst us. I know Father George Anantaram since educational institutions. He is a dynamic and proactive administrator, very kind to approach and fathoms everyone with his charismatic smile. He is very much connected to the medical field as he holds masters in the hospital administration and teaching from Father Muller's Medical College, Bangalore. Dear Father, we are very happy to have you on this special occasion. On behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, dear Father. Reverend Father Sanjay is a wonderful composer, musician, and mesmerizing singer. He is going to render his well-known composition Bedaku during the lamp lighting ceremony of our students. On behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, dear Father. Reverend Father, administrative works of nursing institutions, his creative innovations and artwork towards the nursing institutions is well appreciated. On behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, dear Father. We are indeed very happy to witness this event and encourage our students. Reverend Father ST.JOSEPH, Reverend Father James Dominic, Reverend Father Madeleine, yes, not one, Father Joseph Pakyaras, Father Martis, our former Director of Nursing Institution, Father Matthew, Father Francis John, Father Sebastian Alexander. Welcome you, dear fathers. Mrs. Martha DG, the principal of our ST.JOSEPH'S Nursing Institution. She is one who monitors the academic disciplines of our students and is well known for her gentle and accurate corrections to our students. On behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, dear Principal Madam. Mrs. Elizabeth, students. On behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, dear sister. Special welcome to the hostel warden, Sister Lucy, and all my dear. Wish you all the best for your new academic year. Thank you for your love.
Nothing can be more reassuring and heartwarming than affectionate words of welcome. We also welcome you, Father, to this beautiful ceremony. Thank you, Father. Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expresses the darkness of mind, similarly, blessing springs in your life, prosperity and happiness. Now, I would request all the dignitaries to come forward and Good morning. So, I'm Mrs. Mamata Deji, Principal, St. Joseph's Nursing Institutions. So, today I'm standing in front of you to quote an annual report. St. Joseph's Nursing Institutions aims to be the center of academic excellence in the field of nursing education. St. Joseph's Hospital Trust, Mysore, registered in the year 2002. And lastly, already you heard it in the first introductory part, all birds find shelter during the rain, but eagle avoids rain by flying above the clouds. Problems are common, but attitude makes the difference. I have no doubt that every one of you will excel in future roles and will contribute to the world at large. But do always bear in mind that the key to success in life is not to get ahead of other people, but to get ahead of ourselves. Thanks to all the luminaries on stage for accepting our invitation, and also to all the guests and parents, and tons of untiring efforts which has been taken by our staffs, faculty, students. I wish that today's event will leave an indelible memory on your indelible mark on your memory. Hearty wishes to all your freshers and graduates. May God bless you. Thank you.
Dear Madam, when darkness comes, let us not condemn the dark, but light the lamp to illuminate. Light, the purest form of redemption, in punishment of enemies, power of devotees, tear and of joy and sorrow, perseverance and reinforcement, radiant and peaceful. Now, I request our beloved Reverend Monsignor Leslie Morris, Episcopal Vicar, Diocese of Mysore, to relinquish with lamplighting and oath-taking ceremony of our budding stars of the day.
Today's function and the chairman of the ST.JOSEPH'S nursing institutions, Reverend Father Dr. John Bannimantap, chief guest today's function, the dignitaries on the days of the days, parents, faculty members, and above all, the nursing students, except the first years, all the other nursing students and those who have completed their nursing have gone through this lamp lighting ceremony which symbolizes your first step in this career to be health warriors. And it's an occasion for us to celebrate today because 75 of you, 15 BSc and 25 GNM nursing students are going to start your nursing training formally today. And we celebrate this with a prayer service. I request all of you to kindly stand to listen to the
verses 13 and 16. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how can its saltness be restored? It is no longer good for anything, but is thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hidden. No one of the lighting a lamp on the lampstand, and it gives light to all in the house, and in the way let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is the gospel of the Lord.
kindly be seated. Let us spend a moment in silence reflecting on this beautiful gospel passage where Jesus, the Son of God, the King, as light of the world, is asking us to be the light of the world, and you 75 students are going to be those lights. Your word is a lamp to my step and a light to my path. Psalm 119, verse 105. Almighty God, we invoke your blessings on these 75 young students who have boldly chosen nursing to be the career of their life, to serve humanity, especially when men and women and children become sick and need their consolation from others. May these students who are going to accept this challenge be helped by you during their training career, all the time keeping focus. This career they have chosen not merely because it's a job for their livelihood, but a service to mankind. Bless each of them. I now request the first year students to come forward and line up before the dais with the candles in your hand, which will be lighted very soon. Thank you. You should have the same joy when you administer the sick throughout your life, expressing your joy and invoking God's blessing on you. You will sing now, Light a Candle.
See
lines. You require training, learn the skills, be imbued with ethical and moral principles. This is going to be done in your lives in period. Now these first year nursing students will come forward two by two and hand over their lighted lamps to the principal.
Do the teachers know? Yeah? Yeah, India has about 3 million nurses, 30 lakh nurses, including about 8 lakh for the ALMs. Put together, we have about 13 lakh nurses, which is far below what World Health Organization has recommended. We have just one nurse for every 653 people in the country. In fact, according to WHO standards, India needs 4 million more nurses for the country. And so, I think the scope of nursing colleges, nursing education is definitely very high. And Bishop William, as the chairperson for the whole educational institutions of Karnataka, I think this is a good message we should spread to all the dioceses so that we can have more of such institutions and also this diocese. So hats off to Father Manuel, Father Thomas and the chairman, Bishop William, for this wonderful ministry you're doing by creating such wonderful nurses for the country. And not only for the country, India is a breeding ground for nurses for the whole world. India in fact exports nurses for every country in the world. You go to any hospital across the world, you will find nurses from India. And so India in fact can be very proud of doing this beautiful work of providing nurses for nursing care across the globe. I'm a priest for the last 30 years. In fact, I'm just 1 year senior to Bishop William. We all studied together in St. Peter's Seminary. I'm very glad to be coming here for a program with you, Bishop. And all these 30 years, I was actually spending my time and my ministry with the health setup. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, but most of my work has been with the health centers. In 1999, I started a de-addiction center in Belgaum with just 10-bedded facility, which today is an 80-bedded de-addiction program in Belgaum. De-addiction is for the alcoholics and for the drug addicts to get recovered. And we have been able to treat about 12,000 alcoholics, and we are starting a second center now in Goa. So this is one of those places where I first worked with the nurses. Then I moved on to establish an HIV care center in Bangalore in the year 2004, and another HIV care center in Belgaum called Support. Both these places put together, we have about 50 bed capacity, and that is the second place where I closely worked with the nurses. Then in 2001, I moved to work to the Bangalore Archdiocesan Leprosy Center called Sumanahalli, where we have over 100 leprosy affected people are taken care, where we have mostly the assistant nurses who are taking care of the inmates. And that is the third place where I work very closely. In fact, even now also, I am back to that center to work as the director of Sumanahalli. This is my 13th year of living with the leprosy patients, and so I very closely associate with nurses there as well. So in all these places, I have seen very closely how important a work you as nurses are doing. And I very strongly believe that nursing is probably the best profession in the world. I think much more than even doctors, the care that you give to the patients is much more important for their cure and for their care. And it is you who ensure that the emotional aspect of their needs, the physical aspect of their needs, everything is taken care by being with them, not only just with medicine, but also with your love. So I would like to begin by deeply appreciating this choice you have made to become nurses. Much more than computer professionals, IT professionals, much more than teachers and I think any other profession, you have the opportunity to work closely with the life of someone. Nobody else is able to save life, but it is you, the nurses, who are able to save life in a way to give life. So on this day, I would like to begin by saluting each one of you for this wonderful choice you have made to become nurses. You have lit the lamp today. Continue lighting this lamp wherever you go. And some of you are going to end your course today and get to the convocation today. As you're already moving out and working with the people, all the best to you. Become the lights wherever you go. So can we give a round of applause to all of these nurses for this wonderful choice they have done, and all the best to you. I would like to give us a message today. 3 stories. They are not stories, but incidences. Incidences what I have seen in my life. The first incident is about one Sister Jean. Sister Jean is a Catholic sister from England. She chose to work in India and she chose to work in Sumanahalli, which is a leprosy center. And one of the works that we do is to go to the leprosy colonies and then give nursing care to the leprosy affected people. I don't know how many of you have seen a leprosy wound. Have you seen, nurses? The leprosy wound can be as big as a dosha. All over your leg you can have a big wound, which needs dressing every day. And if you don't do the dressing one day, it becomes very smelly. So this Sister Jean would go to the leprosy colonies where we have built a small shed for these patients to come and do the dressing. Sister Jean will go there every day, and when the patients come, most of whom have their wounds on the leg, Sister will hold their leg, take it on, put it on her lap, and then do the dressing. I have gone and sat with her on some of those days. I have felt like vomiting because of the kind of smell that is there. But Sister Jean, day after day, without missing a day, will love to go to those places, keep this patient's leg on her leg and do the dressing. And at the end of it, she will touch it and say, "Oh, looking nice, you can go today." My dear friends, nursing care is about how much of love. Nursing care is about how much of love you can put to your work. It is not just about dressing, but it's about the amount of love you can put in your work. And that is what I saw in Sister Jean. So this is the first story I want to tell you. The second story I want to tell you is about Sister Christina, who is also working in our leprosy center now. Last week, one day she came crying to my office and she said, "Father, Venkatesh is not eating." Venkatesh is one of those inmates in our leprosy center. We have got 100 of them. And Sister Christina is the one who is taking care of these inmates at our center. So she came one day and she said, "Venkatesh, who is very old, last 30 years, he comes crying and says, Father, Venkatesh is not eating. I was thinking, so what? He is very old and one day he is now very unhealthy. He is on the way out, he will die. But for Sister Christina, Venkatesh is almost like her father. She has been taking care of Venkatesh for the last many years. And today, when she is thinking about the possibility of this inmate's death, she is crying herself. I don't know how many of you will sit beside a dying patient in your hospital and you would cry for them. So the second message, my dear friends, today I want to give you is, every patient who comes to you, can you consider them as someone close to you? As your father, as your mother, as your grandparents, as your brother and sister. So the moment that emotionality and personal connectivity comes, the way that you will look up to every patient would be something very personal. He's not just a patient, he will become someone close to you. So try to create this emotional connect with every patient that you will deal in your life. And then you will definitely feel for them and you will love them. The third story I want to tell today is about Sister Anthony Mary. Anthony Mary is working in our support center for HIV patients. We have about 30 of them who are HIV/AIDS affected people. Sister Anthony Mary came there as a volunteer a few months ago, and she said she would like to render her service there with these people. So she found one patient there called Shobha. Shobha is HIV affected. But being a nurse, we got to know that Shobha has also got various other complications. She has also got cancer. So she came to me. She said, Father, you cannot keep a patient like this. Just allow them to die. No. She has to be taken to the hospital. Then we found out that if we have to do an operation for Shobha, it would cost about 4 lakhs rupees. I told sister, I cannot afford to spend so much of money. Sister said, don't worry, Father, leave it to me. For the last 3 months' time, Sister Anthony Mary has contacted every contact of hers. She raised this money, and this morning, Shobha is taken for an operation to St. John's Medical College. And all this 4 lakhs rupees, whatever was required, was raised for this Shobha. Because Sister Anthony Mary, the nurse Anthony Mary, she felt the most important duty of a nurse is to save life. You cannot just be doing a duty to save life. You have to walk an extra mile. You have to take the trouble. Maybe you have to fight with somebody. Maybe you have to beg to someone for some money. Maybe you have to talk to the hospital management and say, give some concession to this patient. But ultimately, you are doing a life-giving program for this particular patient. So in your nursing care as well, do not limit your work just doing the duty, but walk the extra mile to provide them whatever else is possible and required. And then you will be able to save lives. So giving life is God's work, but when you cooperate with God, you also become people who give life to the patients. You become part of God's life-giving mission. So these are the 3 stories I would like to tell you today, my dear friends. sister has sent me a note to say a few words in Malayalam, which I don't normally do, but I understand that we have. How many of you students are from Kerala? Oh my God, the whole Kerala is here. Yeah, Mysore is very close to Kerala, so a lot of you are here. But എത്ര പേരൻസ് ഉണ്ട് കേരളത്തിൽ നിന്ന് വന്നവർ? ഒത്തിരിയും പേരുണ്ട്. മലയാളത്തിൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് മനസ്സിലായില്ല, മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ ഒരു നേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഉത്തരവാദിത്വം അവർക്ക് ചികിത്സ കൊടുക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത് മാത്രമല്ല, പിന്നെയോ അതിൽ കൂടുതലായിട്ട് അവർക്ക് സ്നേഹം കൊടുക്കാനും അവരുടെ കൂടെ ഇരുന്ന് അവർക്ക് സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം കൊടുക്കാനും സാധാരണ ഒരു നേഴ്സ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൂടുതൽ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് മനസ്സുണ്ടാകുന്നതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യം. അപ്പം അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഒരു ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് നഴ്സിംഗ് കോളേജ് റൺ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? വെറുതെ നഴ്സുമാരെ ട്രെയിൻ ചെയ്യാനാണെങ്കിൽ അതിന് ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ കോളേജുകളല്ലേ. So the purpose why we are running a nursing student is not just that we want to give them the knowledge, but to give them something more so that they can be better nurses than what you would find outside. അപ്പോൾ സാധാരണ നഴ്സുകൾ കൂടുതൽ സ്നേഹവും കാരുണ്യവും ഇവരുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഇവർ പഠിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഒരു ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ, ഒരു കാത്തലിക് നഴ്സിംഗ് കോളേജിലേക്ക് ഇവർ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഇവർ പഠിച്ചാൽ മാത്രം പോരാ, ഈ പഠിക്കുന്ന കൂട്ടത്തിൽ നമ്മളെ കൊണ്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുവാൻ സാധിക്കും ഓരോ നമ്മുടെ അടുത്തേക്ക് വരുന്ന പേഷ്യൻറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് ഇവർ മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കി അവർക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന സഹായം, അവർക്ക് കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന സ്നേഹം, അവർക്ക് കാണിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന അനുകമ്പ, അത് കാണിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മൾ ശരിക്കും നല്ല ഒരു നേഴ്സായിട്ട് മാറുന്നത്. സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് വാട്ട് the Catholic nursing schools and colleges have been doing. Congratulations for taking up this wonderful ministry. We are creating nurses for the country. We are creating nurses for the whole world. I wish that we can create more of committed, sincere and efficient nurses so that the whole world, now with the pandemic, everybody knows the importance of nurses. We need more of you. Become wonderful nurses. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for honoring this function with an inspirational message. Now, I request all the graduates to rise and come forward. Assemble yourself for the graduation oath. Graduates, please rise and come forward.
Studies well, completed the course, congratulations. Now this is the moment you're taking an oath, and let us take it sincerely, feeling I'm going to keep this for my life. Okay, so stretch your right hand, kindly repeat after I say your name. Hereby take this oath before God and this assembly to use the specialized knowledge and skills that I have gained for the good of myself and the whole society. I will strive and improve its services through scientific methods. I will be honest, wise and compassionate with those in my care. I will not do any harm those who are under my care or lead others towards harm. I will speak truth and guide others towards the truth. I will hold all personal matters pertaining to my patients in conscience to my duties I will practice as a professional nurse and dedicate myself for the welfare of others. I will follow the code of ethics and its principles in my practice. I will utilize my abilities to improve the standards of nursing care of any organization which I work. I have taken this oath to offer services which are vital to human and social welfare. All the best.
Now all the graduates, please line up towards the right side of the stage and collect your mementos as I call your name. And after collecting the mementos, please stay back in the stage behind the dignitaries. You can
which our teachers taught us, without tireless efforts and dedication of each graduate today. Firstly, I would like to thank God for being with us and made this day possible. I would like to thank Most Reverend K. Williams, Bishop of Mysore, for being our continuous motivator and supporter. Thank you very much. I would like to thank our chief guest today, Reverend Father George Kanaka, who has joined us today. Thank you for your help. And I would like to thank Reverend Father ST.JOSEPH'S for being with us today. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank our dear Sanjay Father for being with us today on the special occasion. Thank you. I would like to thank Father Bannimantap, Principal Director of the Convocation Institution. Thank you very much. I would like to thank Father Director of ST.JOSEPH'S Hospital and ST.JOSEPH'S Nursing Institution, Mysore, who has always been a great inspiration to us. Thank you, dear Father. And I would like to thank Father Administrator of ST.JOSEPH'S Institution, Mysore, who has always been a great guide in all the situations. Thank you, dear Father. And I would like to thank Mrs. Mamta DG, Principal of ST.JOSEPH'S Institution, Mysore. Ma'am, thank you for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillars of strength. Thank you. And I would like to thank Elizabeth Rani ma'am, Central Superintendent. Thank you ma'am for joining us today. And I would like to thank all the teachers. Without them, we would not have been here today. Thank you, dear teachers. I would also like to thank the non-teaching staff for joining us on the special occasion. Thank you. Today is not the achievement of the milestone in our journey, but remember, milestone never shows the distance that we have already traveled. It always shows the distance that we used to be traveling. Our journey of 4 years comes to an end, but lifetime of promises and excellence, commitment and service begins. To all my BSc seniors and my BSc and GNU classmates, here's wishing you a future filled with success and prosperity. Lastly, I would like to say a word to all my juniors and newcomers. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
The voice of the rejoicing and salvation in the bed of the righteous. The right hand of the Lord is found. Psalm chapter 118, verses 15. I request our respected His Excellence, Most Reverend Dr. K. William, Bishop of Mysore Diocese, to address the gathering.
Reverend Father George Kanaka, the chief guest of the day, this program, all the Reverend Fathers, the principal, the superintendent, ST.JOSEPH'S, the fathers present here, the religious, all our well-wishers, especially the parents, the students, who are the stars of the day, the first years and the final years, the ones who have already finished their studies last year. First and foremost, congratulations to the ones who have been honored with certificates for your wonderful performance even through our institution, in your profession with us. Congratulations, God bless you. Also, best wishes to the first year students who have committed themselves for preparing to be nurses tomorrow. This lifetime ceremony is not just a ritual, but then it reminds that you have chosen something special in your life for what you will be. So congrats, best wishes, God's blessings to you also. I'm well aware St.JOSEPH'S Nursing Institution, right from the beginning, is doing well when it comes to teaching, learning, and the performance in your academics. God has blessed through our management, the fathers, sisters, the staff, and the principal, that these are students entrusted to your care have achieved 100% result all through. So I wish to congratulate and thank all who are part of the program of St.JOSEPH'S Nursing Institution, fathers, sisters, and staff. Congrats, God's blessing. Perhaps you have heard about this story. The student wrote his exams and he returned home with the results. The father was very curious to know how his son has performed. As the son entered the house, the father said, "What happened to your result? What happened to your results?" He said, "You know that doctor's son, my classmate, he failed." "Yes, what to do with your results?" Then the son said, "You know, Dad, that lawyer's son, my classmate, failed." He said, "What is it like?" "You know, Dad, that great contractor, his son also failed." Father was very answered like that. "I'm the least one whose son is failed. What about you?" The son was very upset. He said, "As if your target is failed and your son is to pass away." It's not like that in our institutions. Our students are performing well when it comes to studies, academics, and our students have ample opportunities, facilities in and around the institution for better exposure, experience when it comes to practicals. And I'm happy and proud that our students all do well, they gain well, they are enriched well, and they are prepared well for their career, their future tasks that has to be taken. Now, nursing, is it a profession? Is it a service? Surely it is a profession. All cannot take up this responsibility. There is such amount of preparation, academics, practicals, theory, and it is a profession because it has to be technically accurate. But then it is also a service. It is a professional service to be taken. Imagine how. A nurse without hands, imagine how. A nurse without heart, imagine how. All the way. Academically, one should be sound. At heart, person need compassion, commitment. In the hands, with service that everyone should experience. My dear friends, Father Kanandan was doing the statistics wonderfully. But most of our Indian professionals, doctors or nurses, they always look for what will be outside. After the studies, we need you for our country. We need you, our people need you and your service in our own places. Our system also is very different. Recently, during this war in Ukraine, several doctor students in medicine returned back. And you know, when they were interviewed, people got the message. They are not able to pursue their studies in our own land. They are not able to give that benefit which the other countries can give. Several students have lost. And when it comes to service, several of them plan already to go abroad, they serve there. But then, we need the service of these for our own people. And you, when you commit to your professional service, think first, charity begins at home. That you take care of the needy, poor, in our own places first. Not that we discourage you not to go out, but that the priority, the preference should be first for poor and needy in our own places. Well, any profession today, to be effective, any profession needs great commitment. No, let's not forget that someone works with all commitment, challenges are not a must. When someone puts heart and soul and try to keep up that promise, what you call oath, to be fulfilled in the truth, challenges are not a must. But then, there is something we all of us believe, the supreme power we call God. I was just going through the oath, what you were taking in the souvenir, what you received, you printed. It's nice that you keep an important place and it remind of all those wonderful words should become reality in a real life. Otherwise, it will be like anyone taking promises, oaths. All of us commit to oath and promises, including us, ordained ministers, consecrated ones. All of us. But things become reality when there is commitment with Him. And when committed, surely there will be challenges in today's context, because the society drives us into a different destiny. Our society says all happiness, all joy will receive only when you walk this way, not the other way. But then we have got, we have a greater conscience, what we call, convictions that what we call, that will make realities possible. Well, my dear students, I know sufficient and more your staff have taught you when it comes to values, when it comes to commitment, when it comes to your own profession. All that I wish to say is trust God and trust each other so that you will do wonderful in your professional service. I take this opportunity also to thank all parents. I do not want to speak for everyone, but then I take this opportunity to thank you for entrusting your children to our institution. And you have provided an opportunity for us to shape and mold them, to give a beautiful personality so that by their professional service, by their committed life, they will bring honor and pride to you and to us. God bless you.
I request our Excellency to come forward and give the award and certificate to Ms. Kripa Malaysia ji, who got topper in the batch session. First, I request first year GNM students to come to dance.
The secret to success is good leadership is all about making the lives of your team members or workers better. And we are blessed to have such an administrator. I request Reverend Father Roxanne Thomas Burrows, Administrator, St. Joseph Group of Nursing Institutions, to come forward to convey the vote of thanks.
Dear friends, it is my pleasant duty to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of everyone gathered here for the lamp lighting and vote taking and convocation ceremony. First and foremost, I thank the Almighty God for showering His blessings upon each and every one of us to have this program in a meaningful way. We also remember gratefully the intercession of St. Joseph, who is our patron, and Florence Nightingale, who is the inspiration for all the nurses and healthcare workers. Now, I greatly appreciate and thank our Chairman and Bishop, Most Reverend Dr. K. William, for sparing his valuable time to be with us today and presiding over this ceremony, and for your inspiring words for us. The message you gave us and the special interest you showed to our institution is praiseworthy. You are always there with us to upgrade our institution. A note of special thanks to you, dear Lordship, for the construction of additional floor to the St.JOSEPH'S nursing hostel. Thank you, dear Excellency. Kindly come forward and accept this token of our love and appreciation. Now I request Reverend Father Bannimantap, the Director, Reverend Sister Lucy Awarded, and Mrs. Mamata DG, the Principal of our institution, to felicitate our Bishop on behalf of us all. For preparing